So there is a bill that is going around right now to end special protections for police officers. Now let me say this in fairness. And well, begin, I have never had a positive interaction with the police, so therefore my attitude is skewed. If you have never had a positive interaction with whatever, then you will believe that one bad apple spoils the bunch. So that's my viewpoint just for me. But all the lowlifes and scum of the world that we do our due diligence to stay away from, they don't have that privilege. And before the critics come in and say, well, they shouldn't be police officers then, well, somebody's got to do it and they have no choice. They have to go and deal with the craziness of the world in a way we don't. That creates a situation to where you are now possibly jaded, like I am towards them. They can be towards other people. They're human too. Not to mention, they literally go into dangerous situations, possibly every day. So it is so easy to just say, follow protocol, do this and do that. But we don't, like I said, we do our best to stay away from the degenerates of the world, and they don't have that option. It's the same as when soldiers go overseas. I know one personally that I have heard stories, and I don't judge him for them, simply because it's either him or it's them. And me knowing him personally would rather see him come home than that person to walk free. So it's one of these situations to where we ask humans to do inhuman things and expect that they won't ever respond like human beings. Now, that has nothing to do with what happened with George Floyd. I'm just saying in particularly that we have police and we need them, so forth and so forth. This is me being fair, because me personally don't like none of them, but me spiritually knows that on a higher thinking level, these are people. They have families that they want to go back home to as well. Not only that, yes, there are good police officers in this world. There's a lot of them, actually. And those are the ones we want to stand up and say, hey, this and this is not right. There was one story, pardon the language, that a police officer was in a stop. They got a guy out the car, whatever it was, and the first thing one of the arresting officers did was put the knee on the neck. The other one that was with him said, take your fucking knee off his neck. And he obliged, because naturally, this is not what you need in the world right now. Is yet another one dying, and I don't know if the guy was white or black, it really doesn't matter. These bad practices, this is not what you need in the world. Somebody else dying because a police officer decided to take his knee and put it in the one part of the body that he should not. So anyway, will this bill pass? So there's some good ones. Pray for the good ones. I've never met any, but like I said, yes, it will pass. There will be a change in security going forward. Here with the Ace of Swords, the Nine of Pentacles, Two of Wands, Two of Pentacles, Six of Swords. There will be some revisions. Blanket statements are not going to work. Blanket statements are definitely not needed. You need specifics. There will be some revisions, but it will pass. Something will pass here, because here's your confirmation. Ace of Swords says yes, that's even, justice and truth. And then, but there will be something going forward, but it will be revised. Because it's probably because here again, I'm being fair though. You cannot put them in a situation to where they're scared to do anything. Because if they need to take a gun out and shoot somebody, they should be able to do so if they are supposed to be doing this type of thing. Doesn't mean empty the clip, doesn't mean aim for the head. You can shoot a person in the leg, you can debilitate them, whatever it is you need to do. But you cannot leave them out there on the lurch either. You cannot just say, oh, police officer, if you ever fire your gun, you're fired, and we're going to prosecute you to the fullest extent of the law, da da da. It's not always like that, but you do need to do something. I'll leave it at that.